In light of the Dalvin Cook holdout situation right now, this got me to thinking. Let's say the Minnesota Vikings organization and Dalvin Cook's camp are unable to agree on a new contract extension moving forward, resulting in Dalvin Cook no longer being part of the Vikings organization. This could be done either via trade or Dalvin Cook may actually hold out. And I know the new CBA deal makes it more unfavorable for players to hold out, relinquishing your unrestricted free agency status to then go to restricted free agency, which gives team control back to the Vikings. And even if you were an unrestricted free agent, the Vikings could still franchise tag you. But until Dalvin Cook shows up, I'm not just going to bank on the fact, oh, you know what, he's going to report, because he may understand his situation. I've been super unlucky health-wise, and relative to my production, I've been getting paid chump change. This team was successful in 2019 because of me. So until he actually shows up, I'm going to sit here and assume that he's going to hold out. But it got me to thinking, what would the running back situation for the Vikings result in without Dalvin Cook? I don't think it's going to necessarily be the end of the world. Alexander Mattison is a starting caliber running back in the NFL. If he starts all 16 games as the RB1, he will get you at least 1,000 yards rushing, much like a Mark Ingram. However, the drop-off from a Dalvin Cook to a Alexander Mattison / Mark Ingram is absolutely huge. Dalvin Cook, I talked about his talent last week and the difference maker that he is, but also why he was an MVP candidate last year is because he made Kirk Cousins' job a lot easier. Kirk Cousins was more of a complimentary piece, even though he was an MVP candidate too. He was more of a complimentary piece to Dalvin Cook's game. Without Dalvin Cook, the Vikings are going to have to lean on Kirk Cousins, who already needs a really good system to be successful. But without Dalvin Cook, they're going to have to lean on Kirk Cousins a lot more to win games. And without a Stephon Diggs in the passing game, that makes Kirk Cousins' job a lot more difficult. But Alexander Mattison fits well with Gary Kubiak's outside zone scheme. He's a bruising style running back. He's going to keep the chains moving. He's going to keep the clock moving. He may not have the home run play ability of a Dalvin Cook. However, what it is that you're asking baseline of a starting caliber running back in the NFL, Alexander Mattison will get the job done. He's a very nice player. I just don't think he can emulate the talent of a Dalvin Cook if he were to no longer be on this team. However, combine Alexander Mattison with a secret weapon that we have, and I think, honestly, this running back group of the Minnesota Vikings can still be special. And I'm talking about Mike Boone. I'm a big proponent of Mike Boone. I've been singing his praises for the last 2 years. And when you look at the combined stats for 2019, looks very sexy. He averaged nearly 6 yards a carry. But the game that he actually started, his first start, week 16, where it actually mattered against the Green Bay Packers, he averaged just over 2.5 yards per carry. So the offensive line has to really do its job for Mike Boone to be successful as far as running between the tackles, opposed to an Alexander Mattison or a Dalvin Cook. But however, what really sticks out for Mike Boone is his receiving skills. So much so you can consider this a hot take. I don't give a damn. I think his receiving skills as far as his route running and hands are very similar to the Chicago Bears' Tariq Cohen. If you remember, in 2018, that offense ran through Tariq Cohen. I don't know why they all of a sudden just stopped doing it last year in 2019, but Tariq Cohen averaged over 10 yards per reception. Mike Boone is not just a running back that can catch out the backfield and take it over the top yards after the catch. This dude can actually run routes. He can run intermediate and deep routes. And when you think about that, the explosiveness that he has as a route runner, and naturally opposing defenses, they're going to be like, oh, a running back, we'll just put a linebacker on him. Why would you not want to exploit that? This dude is so special. I think he's the new Jarius Wright, where it's like, just give this man an opportunity. So especially on third and long situations, or even second and short situations where it's like, okay, they're going to try to run the ball, maybe do some play action. If you get the right matchup on Mike Boone, this dude is a big play waiting to happen. So honestly, Alexander Mattison combined with Mike Boone, if Dalvin Cook is not part of this team, I don't think it's the end of the world. I still think the Vikings are going to have to rely on Kirk Cousins more without Dalvin Cook there, but the running back group for the Minnesota Vikings can still be special. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. We do this at least once a week. Mediocre at Best Sports Podcast with Realistic Randy. Check me out on Twitter at realistic_Randy, Facebook at Realistic Randy. We'll see you next time.